Welcome back. We are looking around our hotel room in Rennes-le-Château. We're done with the closet, so I guess we can close it. I don't think you have to, but you can. What's this?
What is that?
Okay, that's not exactly a helpful answer, is it? It's a tiny door in the
That wouldn't do much good. The door's locked.
wall. And appears to be locked by this here lock.
There's a lock on the door. I guess the lock prevents anyone from coming in that way.
Who would be coming in that way? Seems kind of big for crawl space.
That platform looks sturdy. It's a dumb waiter.
Oh, so that's what it is, a dumbwaiter. Okay. It's kind of old-fashioned, but I guess. You can't actually go in there,
Shh. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
but not right now. I guess Gabriel needs to have a reason to go crawling around in dumbwaiters before he wants to do so. So let's just close it again. And I guess lock it to prevent anyone from coming in that way. Whoever the hell is going to do that.
I may not know art, but I like it.
The only reason you like it is because you can see a nipple.
Well, it ain't Ethan Allen.
I don't know who that is.
Not right now, thanks.
You may have noticed the icon for the tape here. That's basically just from the inventory. It indicates what we're using. So the thing you can do is, in the inventory, you use the pickup icon to select what you're using, then you leave the inventory, and then you can use it. This is also a very awkward way of doing things, but that's true of just about everything in this game. I don't think we can use the dagger on the couch.
Nope, those don't work together.
Let's see, we got more paintings.
That looks like fun, except for the rowing part.
But it is fun, even the rowing part. I love rafting. Wonder where this door goes.
That's the door to the bathroom.
That it is.
A daily supply of clean towels, reason number one for staying at a hotel.
Although I somehow suspect that Gerda and Grace do all the housework at the Castle Ritter.
That's a bit anal, isn't it?
Now you're the one who gave me the option to smell the towels. Wow, we haven't had a smell icon in an adventure game since Space Quest 4.
Funny. I'd always heard the French didn't have those things.
I think he's talking about showers, not shower curtains. A strange five-sided shower head.
Funny. What? Is this Saturday already?
And you were saying anything about French hygiene, Gabriel?
A daily supply of clean towels.
I guess it's the same as the other towel.
Font of cleanliness.
Sure. Nice that we don't have a mirror. I guess that would have been too difficult on the rendering engine.
I don't even have my toothbrush with me. Good thing I drink coffee. It'll disintegrate just about anything.
I don't think it works that way. I'll give him bonus points for having the correct type of electrical outlet for France.
There's nothing in there.
And down here is the loo.
Greatest invention since fire. Don't need it. Temple of the Porcelain God. I've been living with 2 women for the past year. I couldn't get myself to leave it open now, even under pain of death.
Okay. Sure, whatever.
I could let you see me doing that, but then I'd have to kill you.
I didn't particularly want to see it anyway. Look like we have soap, but it looks like we can't actually pick it up. Okay, well, not much we're getting from the bathroom, but nice to know we have one, I guess. More paintings.
Who would wear a white suit in a boat? Who would wear a white suit, period?
Leisure Suit Larry?
Looks like an ad for wine.
Or flowers, or tomatoes, potentially. Let's see.
Well, the door locks, that's a good thing.
Is it locked or unlocked?
I think the door locks automatically unless I turn that dial.
Can we try that? Yeah, we lost the think icon now.
I should make sure the door will lock before I go.
Well, that was entirely pointless then. Okay, we're in the hallway of the hotel. The door does indeed lock behind you, and it is not useful to fiddle with the lock in your room, but it is something you want to take notice of, the fact that the lock works that way. And you don't need to use your key on the door, you can just open it, which is nice. A little bit less anal than adventure games typically are about those kinds of things.
Should I see if I'm in?
I'm guessing you're not.
This is my room.
And we can go back inside, but that's not the point. We're looking around outside now. This hotel seems to have a total of 7 rooms or so, so exactly why this one is number 25, I don't know. This is room 33.
It's a hotel room door, not mine, by the way. I don't even know who's in that room yet.
The game does not want you to knock on doors you don't know.
Room numbers. That's handy.
It helps you identify the rooms.
Cool table. Check out those lines.
Oh yeah. Neat.
See? Now there's an artist who knows how sexy red umbrellas are.
Huh? They do have a taste for esoteric art in this game, don't they? Or in this hotel, I should say. Because it's basically here, not anywhere else. Yeah, in this particular area, sometimes the whole camera catcher thing doesn't work and he likes to walk around the entire side.
Little family in the grass. How domestic.
He likes to walk around the entire hallway. You can skip all of the walking and other animations by pressing escape, and I will sometimes do that in this game, because otherwise sometimes you have to wait really a long time for pointless walking around, and there's no way to speed it up otherwise. Hotel Domestique Seulement. Staff only. Well, that's pretty...
Must be a supply closet or something.
That's pretty clear. We can't go in there. We can try.
It's locked. Good thing I don't need any toilet paper.
Well, if you did need it, I suppose you should ask at the reception rather than break into a supply closet. Another painting on this side.
They need to get some of my dad's paintings in here. These are a bit too happy for my taste.
Yeah, I'm sure your dad's paintings will really attract customers. There's no point in dealing with any of the rooms because we have no idea who's in them.
It's a hotel room door.
There's 2 staircases to go down, one on either side here. They go to the same place, so let's just pick this one. And it's the lobby of the hotel. Nice carpet. And there's someone sitting there. Nice to know that we're not the only person in this hotel. And there's the receptionist, whom I guess I should talk to.
He must be the hotel receptionist. Don't think he was on duty when I came in last night.
Ah, you must be Monsieur Knight in room 25. My name is Jean. If there's anything you need, I will be at your service most humbly.
Thanks.
You know, it's just a hunch, but I get the feeling he's gay. Either that or that was a really strange line reading. Okay, and we can ask him about certain topics, which also works via these icons with helpful tooltips that let you know what you're actually going to talk about. We can ask him about the town and about two men with a trunk, which is the people we're following, the kidnappers.
Is there anything I should know about the town?
Rennes-le-Château? We have a small town, but a rich history. I suggest Monsieur visite le musée de Saunière. It's just down the road.
I am really disappointed that they did not use the phrasing, "What can you tell me about Rennes-le-Château?"
Say, Jean, have you seen two men with a large trunk around the hotel? Maybe, checking in?
No, monsieur, but most of the guests arrived last night, oui? And I was, excusez-moi, not on duty. We have a number of gentlemen staying at the hotel. As to their luggage, I cannot say.
Maybe somebody else who works here might have seen the two men?
The night clerk is Simone. When she comes on duty this evening, perhaps monsieur could ask her.
I guess we'll have to do that. Looks like they do have one of my dad's paintings here.
Well, that's cheerful. Makes me feel right at home.
You're just complaining either way now, aren't you? You know, I did my best to improve the graphics of this game somewhat. At the very least, I managed to get the game working properly in 3D accelerated mode, because the software mode is even more horrible. But everything else I tried ended in disaster. I tried to force the game into a widescreen resolution, which actually works surprisingly well for the most part, even displays in the correct field of view. Except that once you get to later parts of the game, day 2 in particular, there are certain things that are just completely and utterly broken if you're not using one of the 3 supported resolutions, which are 640 by 480, 800 by 600, and 1024 by 786, or 768 I should say. So that did not end up working the way I intended. And I also tried to get some full scene anti-aliasing going on, but that did not work either. The main problem is that this game requires the use of 16-bit color, and full scene anti-aliasing is kind of not compatible with that. I did manage to get it to work somewhat at some point, but then the problem was that all of the tooltips like this did not display, which makes the conversations really difficult, because you have no idea what you're talking about unless you already know all of the icons. And therefore, I decided not to use that. So this is as good as it gets, unfortunately. Which, especially considering I've been playing Mass Effect before this, is really a big step down. Let's see. Looks like they have a bell here.
It's a bell for getting someone's attention. Of course, I get attention without having to ask for it.
Yeah, but is it positive attention?
I think that would annoy him.
Well, that sounds like a good enough reason to do it to me.
There's some kind of book on the desk.
Probably a logbook. If we want to know if there were 2 men with a trunk that signed in last night, that would be the place to find out. If they're even staying here, I mean, surely this is not the only hotel in town.
I don't think they'd appreciate that.
Okay, let's take a look.
Looks like these guests have all signed in within the last 24 hours.
Can we see who is who? That's me, G. Knight, Germany. Most of the handwriting is kind of hard to read. This appears to be Bukele. Actually, I know all the names, so it's kind of a spoiler if I read some of them, I suppose. Hey, this one's from the USA. Can't read what the name is, though. I know who it is, but I'm not telling you. Wait, 7... Oh, I guess these are dates, not 7 out of 7. So yesterday was July 7th. Then today would be July 8th. Can we browse through this book? No. I've forgotten if we can ask him about it. No. Because there's no question mark in here, so you can't ask him any more questions. We can chat to him, though.
Have you noticed anything peculiar going on with the guests?
Besides the Mademoiselle Butane, the guests are all of the foreign persuasion. Peculiar is not a word Jean allows himself, compris?
That's very professional of you, Jean.
Have you noticed anything peculiar going on with the guests?
Besides the...
There are more chat options with him, but apparently not right now. What's this?
It's a black magic marker.
Oui, Monsieur Knight?
I could, but maybe I should wait until Jean's elsewhere.
He is actually thinking that, which you can tell by the fact that his mouth isn't moving when you hear that speech. But, they should really have used a different sound effect or something to indicate that, because it is kind of confusing at times. Let's see what else we have here. Another guest. Maybe one of the men we are looking for.
There's a guy reading the newspaper in the lounge.
Let's introduce ourselves. Literally, because that's the first option. Introduce yourself. Oh, and John is on the move, so we could get that marker, I suppose.
Hey, how are ya? My name's Knight, Gabriel Knight.
How do you do? I am Emilio Baza.
Emilio, great. Are you a guest of the hotel?
Yes, I am.
So am I.
Then we shall see much of each other.
Yeah, I guess so.
We can ask him about check him, which you can only do after you've read the logbook, for some reason.
Nice place, huh? Did you get in last night?
Yes.
Not too late, I hope.
Not late, no.
Did you drive in?
A friend dropped me off. I'm not crazy about flying and owning a vehicle. Such a nuisance.
I don't have anything else to say to him. His name's Emilio Baza.
I think his name was in the logbook.
Looks like these guests have all signed in within the last 24 hours.
I actually meant to do that. Yeah, see, E. Baza was signed in just before us. I'm amazed we even took the time to sign in. Oh, and these are the room numbers. That's kind of nice. We're in room 25. So Baza is in room 31. And Bukele is in 21, I think that is. The rest are a bit hard to read, like I said, but they are in the other rooms that we saw. These seem to be all the rooms the hotel has. And St. John is not here. We can take the marker.
It's a black magic marker.
Nothing special about it. Let's see what this is.
Buzzers for the hotel rooms. Gee, talk about high tech.
I'm sure. well, that's about it for the lobby, I guess. Well, we can look at the paintings. But we'll do so in the next video.